Hello everyone, this is Mary. This is my channel, Mary Speaks. Welcome. I know I have not been making a whole lot of videos lately. In fact, I think the last one I made was my whole rant about 2020. And how I hoped that 2021 would be so much better. I clearly didn't know what 2021 had in store for me. I just got so busy with school. That's first of all, school. The winter term started up and I had a chemistry class and it was intense and my chemistry professor was a bit, well, intense to say the least. That was really hard. That was a really difficult class for me. And there's a lot I could say about it, but I really just I'll continue on. So towards the end of January, I had a lot happen. Obviously I was in college, things were intense. But I wasn't expecting what happened. The last week of January, my Uncle Irving passed away. And that hit me harder than I expected it to. There's some people who in my family who pass away, and the thought of them passing away, I know I would not be well with. I know it would impact me. And then there's other people in my family who I just think, they're nice, they're kind, they're whatever, or they're a piece of work and they're toxic and they're terrible. But there's certain people I just, I think that, I'd be okay. It wouldn't hit me hard. This uncle of mine, he was my biological uncle. And I hadn't really grown up around him. And he was technically married to my biological aunt who, he's biologically related through marriage, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. And I hadn't known him until I kind of came and found my biological family, which is dysfunctional. There's a lot that goes into it, and there's a lot that I may or may never share, depending on how I feel. But, I just didn't really know him for very long. And so I thought, I never really thought, first of all, I never thought he was going to die. It was just unexpected. His wife, my aunt, isn't doing well. Her health has been deteriorating ever since I met her again, and came in contact with her again. And so I expected her to pass away before I ever expected him to. And again, it just hit me harder than I thought it was going to. I just thought, I kind of know them, but it's not like I really had this deep connection. But I guess that connection was a bit deeper than I thought was. So that was really hard for me. And it still is really hard. He was a really good guy, and at the end of this video, I actually read a poem that I wrote about him. It was for a school assignment, but it was for a psychology assignment, and I wrote it about him. I got 100% on the assignment. There were some things I had to follow. It was built off a previous assignment of figuring out your virtues and values and your things you appreciated and your strengths and all that stuff. So I had to include some of that in there. So it was kind of a tough poem to write, but like, I think it was helpful for me in processing his death a little more. But I don't think I've fully processed it. I think it's just still kind of lingering, and the effects of his passing away have just kind of stayed around. So after that happened, I honestly just didn't feel like doing much of anything. It was hard enough to try and get myself to continue with school, to actually go to class. It was hard. It was difficult. Honestly, I just don't. I'm one of those people who don't deal with grief well to begin with, and again, I wasn't expecting it, and again, I wasn't expecting it to hurt so badly, and it just hit me out of nowhere. But after that, and after not feeling like doing much, and just kind of trying to process all that, I went to his funeral, went to his memorial, or not memorial, his celebration of life, and then life went on, like everyone's life went on, and it was hard for me to continue on, but it did. And then I suffered, well, not really another loss, so I guess it could be my laptop kind of fell apart. And that I took hard, but like, it wasn't as bad. It was just more of a pain to deal with. It was difficult to do my schoolwork because all of a sudden I was without a laptop, and then someone let me borrow their laptop, but sometimes that laptop has issues, we'll just say. And yeah, so lots has been going on. And I just thought I'd make this short video just to tell you guys that I had every intention of making videos, and then life just came and hit me out of nowhere. But now I'm back, and I plan on making more videos. I'm currently actually using a tablet, so I'm kind of testing this out, so I don't know if it'll work in the same way that my laptop did. I just don't know. But anyways, so I'm back, and plan on making more videos, continuing on with my review of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and plenty of other reviews to come. But yeah, I guess I'll read my poem that I wrote for my uncle. And by the way, I'm not a poet naturally. This is a poem that, I used to write poetry a lot, and then I stopped. So this was kind of like my first stepping into poetry, I guess you can say. So it's not a professional poem. It's not like I'm published and this is like edited and everything. So just, I guess, like, I would appreciate if you would just listen and not necessarily judge me by my ability to write a poem professionally, I guess. So here it is. If you were still here, I'd write you a poem right now and hand it to you so you could hold on to a creation of mine. Sadly, I never got a chance to say goodbye. So this is for you, Uncle Irving. May you rest in peace. 49 years of marriage, you stuck around. Our family is nothing to joke about. We are dysfunctional and we've all got our problems. Yet you cherished your wife by seeing the beauty in her and in her loved ones. You saw beauty and excellence in the world around you. You chose creativity as your outlet, and it was your passion. You'd paint beautiful birds sitting on tree branches. You would warmly smile at me and exclaim, "Come, look at what I'm painting today." I love how you loved the diversity of personalities that sat around the kitchen table. You welcomed everyone. No one was ever turned away by you. You've inspired me by never swaying from your strong moral code, and by the gentleness, warmth, and kindness that shined through your eyes and filled your soul. Your beauty and excellence will live on through those you've left behind, as well as through your paintings, the ones perfectly finished, as well as the ones some may see as imperfect, and even the ones left perfectly unfinished. You will be missed, Uncle Irving. May you rest in peace. So, that was the poem I wrote for him. I've never read that poem, really, to many people. So, I guess I hope you enjoyed it, and I also hope that 2021 is treating you kindly. I've heard from many people that it's not exactly been all that I've hoped for. But we'll see how the rest of it turns out. Things are starting to open, kind of, again. And the vaccine is here, kind of. So yeah, and I'll see you in another video. That will be coming soon, I promise. Alright. Bye. Oh, also subscribe to my channel. Please subscribe. And like the video. Thank you for watching. Bye.